The rain hammered on the tin roof of the garage like a restless drum. Steady, heavy, and soaked in old regrets. Ethan rubbed the grime off his palms with a rag that had seen better days, his callous thumb pausing over the faded photo of his little girl stuck to the rusty toolbox. "One more job, sweetheart," he muttered. "Then Daddy'll get you that chocolate cake with the pink roses." He didn't hear the car until its headlights cut through the downpour and pinned him in place. A woman climbed out, heels sharp against wet concrete, black umbrella held like a shield. White trench coat, diamonds flashing at her wrist, face carved from marble and midnight. "Who runs this place?" she asked, voice crisp but frayed at the edges. "That'd be me, ma'am." Ethan wiped his hands again, slower this time. "What's the problem?" She tilted her head toward the sleek silver beast behind her. "It died on me. Every roadside service in the state is either closed or crawling. Word is you're the best left in this zip code." He gave a tired half smile. "Was the best. Now I just patch what people break." She lifted a brow. "Then patch this." When he lifted the hood, he let out a low whistle. "Lady, this isn't dead. This is murdered. Who's been flogging her like a racehorse?" "That would be me," she said, arms folded. Their eyes locked for the first time. Hers were storm gray and guarded, but something flickered behind them, something that looked a lot like his own quiet ache. "Give me 60 minutes, he said, already reaching for tools. Victoria Lane, CEO of Lane Automotive Group, laughed once, short, surprised, almost warm. "Fix it in an hour and I'll owe you more than money." Her mouth curved. "Fix it, and I might just keep you." The wrench stopped mid-spin. "Come again." "Relax, mechanic." Figure of speech. But her smile lingered a second too long, and he forgot how to joke back. Life had sanded that off him years ago. He worked while the sky emptied itself. She stayed under the awning, watching the way his hands moved, sure, gentle, like he was listening to the car breathe. When the engine finally caught and snarled back to life, she blinked as if someone had turned the lights back on inside her. "How the hell?" "Patience," he said, wiping his hands on his jeans. "Engines just want to be heard. People too, sometimes." Her real smile came slow, like sunrise over steel. "You don't just fix cars, do you, Ethan?" "Tried fixing a heart once," he said quietly. "Didn't take." The rain softened to a hush. When she drove away, she kept checking the rear view, watching the man under the flickering neon sign who refused to let the world finish breaking him. A week later his phone rang. "Victoria Lane," the voice said, smooth as new leather. "Head of Technical Restoration. Starts Monday. Pays obscene. Say yes." "Ma'am, I'm Grease and small town. I'd stick out like a wrench in a boardroom." A pause. "I thought the same thing about myself once." Something in the way she said it made him answer yes. The first day at headquarters he felt like a crow in a ballroom. Glass towers, suits sharper than razors, air that smelled like money and ambition. Then he stepped into the restoration bay, rows of wounded classics, rusted skeletons waiting for someone to remember they were once beautiful. He exhaled like a man coming home. Victoria started finding excuses to pass through. She'd lean in the doorway, coffee in hand, watching him coax life into a carburetor the way other men sweet-talked women. "You treat them like they've got souls," she said one day. "They do," he answered. "Just dented ones." She never knew how to reply to that. Then came the crisis. The biggest investor threatened to walk, claiming Lane Automotive had forgotten how to build anything worth loving. Proof required: the 1963 Lane Phantom, company legend, museum piece, supposedly beyond salvation. Restore it for the expo or watch the empire fold. Every senior engineer threw up their hands. Scrap metal. Victoria looked at Ethan. He ran a hand over the Phantom's cracked flank. "Nothing's beyond salvation, ma'am. Question is whether you're ready to get your hands dirty." For 7 straight days he barely slept. His daughter Lily camped out on an old creeper board, coloring pictures of red race cars while he rebuilt the impossible. Victoria brought sandwiches she didn't eat, sat on overturned buckets, asked questions she'd never thought to ask before. One night she whispered, "Why do you fight so hard for things everyone else gave up on?" He glanced at Lily, asleep with crayons still in her fist. "Because she needs to grow up believing broken things can still be treasures." Something cracked open in Victoria's chest. Quiet, irreversible. Expo Day. Investors circled like wolves. Ethan stood beside the Phantom in a clean shirt that still smelled faintly of gasoline. Victoria's pulse thundered louder than any engine. "Start it," the lead investor sneered. Ethan turned the key. The Phantom woke with a roar that rattled champagne glasses. It didn't just run, it sang, deep and rich and alive. Silence fell, then thunderous applause. Victoria's eyes filled. She stepped close so no one else could hear. "Remember what I said that first night?" He laughed under his breath. "About the car? About the rest?" Her voice trembled, but she didn't look away. "I wasn't joking." Months later the company was stronger than ever, and so was she, out of the corner office, down on the floor more often than not, sleeves rolled high, learning how to listen the way he did. One sunset, she found him locking up. The city glowed gold behind them. "You never told me why you stayed," she said. He considered the skyline, then her. "Because sometimes the thing that's busted isn't the engine. Sometimes it's the driver." She took his grease-stained hand in her manicured one. "Then let's keep fixing each other." He pulled her gently closer. "Deal." She smiled, soft and certain. "Fix it and I'll be yours, remember?" "Already did," he said. And under the burning sky, two people who'd spent years believing they were too broken to be loved discovered the simplest truth. Sometimes all it takes is someone brave enough to pick up the tools and start rebuilding, one careful, stubborn bolt at a time.